today is installment number 2, where I go over every single one of my firearms, handguns, and kind of give you my top 5 likes and dislikes and why I own them, or what made me want to purchase them. So without any further ado, let's get into it with the P10F. Now, why do I have, or why did I purchase the P10F? Number one, the trigger. I mean, I think it goes without saying, outside of whatever magic Walther is cooking, this is one of the best trigger you could find on the polymer frame handgun. So the trigger sold me on this platform. Number 2, the grip shape. I know that in installment number 1, I talked about how important it is for me to have the right grip shape and texture on my firearm, because my hands spend most of its time on this lower part. So this has to work for me. I don't really care about what goes on at the top. This has to work for me. Grip shape and texture, just my type. Number 3, capacity. This specific one comes with a 19 round mag with a +2 base plate, so that's 21 plus 1 in the head, that's 22 rounds. In the full size segment, I think it's up there with the best of them. I know from factory, the highest round count I've seen straight from the factory was from the FN509 with the 24 rounder, and I think Smith & Wesson has 23 that they ship sometimes. The highest, to my knowledge. If you know of any other manufacturer that will ship you a magazine that's over 21 round, outside of FN and Smith & Wesson, please chime in the comment section. But mag capacity also sold me on this, although anyways, we'll get to that part. It's a very accurate handgun and fun to shoot. It's soft, feels great. The grip texture kind of helps, but as you noticed, I have it taped up here, and we'll talk about that very soon. But reliable handgun, easy to shoot, and not as heavy as it looks. It's just a fun one, man. If you get a chance to get your hands on one of these just for testing, go for it. Number 5, the aftermarket support for this is not really lacking. It's not too bad. It's pretty decent. You know, Primary Arms comes to mind, Norso comes to mind, CZ Customs comes to mind, just to name a few, right? It's not Glock level, but you're not gonna be left lacking, as the kids will say. All right, now onto the dislikes. As much as I love the trigger on this, the trigger shoe safety can be a pain in the you-know-what, actually your trigger finger. And no, I didn't just flag myself, okay? Not on the same axis, all right? Relax. But anyways, it was so bad, I kind of had to Dremel this trigger shoe a little bit just to help it sit flush. But I will operate on this thing. It's gonna go under, so we can remediate that. So the trigger shoe, annoying when you shoot a lot of rounds. It becomes noticeable and even distracting to some degree. So that's one thing that I dislike, or the number 1 thing I dislike about this handgun. Number 2, I was just raving about the grip texture, but I think they went overboard, especially with the back strap. I don't know if they partnered with Christian Louboutin to pull this off, but these are spikes. These are not I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They're just spikes, and yeah, they will get you. They will get you. So that will be my number 2 on the list of dislikes. Number 3, parts availability, mainly small parts. Okay, when I mentioned earlier that it has a decent aftermarket support, I was referring to, you know, things like slides, barrels. You'll find them, but I have no idea where. I mean, not that they're known for having their ejector break, but if mine was to break, maybe Primary Arms, or maybe CGW may have them. or Midwest. But anyways, that's my issue with this. Like, small parts might be difficult to find. The truth is, you're not gonna walk into a store and find it. That's that's what I'm getting at. You will have to order online for most of your needs to maintain this firearm. Speaking of small parts, the slide stop, slide release is one of the thinnest in the game, which is good when you think about not impeding the slide cycle by accidentally bumping into it and pushing it up and stuff like that. It's very clever, but I think they went overboard with it. They could have made it just a touch thicker, so you get good leverage when you're going for it. Like right now I'm doing this, it's fine, but it's only getting a very small portion of my finger. Not that I can't reach it, I can reach the whole thing. Like, I'm sitting on it right now, but it feels like a blade against my finger, because that's all it is. It's just a blade. So that would be one of the things I don't like about it. The last one is just because I ran out of stuff to dislike about this firearm. So to my knowledge, there's no 10 mil option for all you bear hunters out there. But the P10F do come in 45 as well. So maybe add that to the honorable mentions for the likes. But that will be about it. Now, let's get to the why. Why do I have this? Number one, familiar platform. I owned a little brother for a few years. So I figured instead of beating that one up because I EDC'd, why not find an actual beater that I can run and still maintain some level of familiarity with the controls, the way that the firearm feels and stuff like that. I also just wanted a duty handgun or a duty version of the EDC version that I really love, which is the P10C. Number two reason is because it was threaded. So I have the option to run a suppressor or some sort of comp if I want to. So I like the idea of that, especially for a duty style full size handgun. I think a threaded barrel doesn't hurt. And I think I touched on that already in the likes, but mag capacity. Although I hate the fact that this grip is a little too long, so you may want to add that to the list of dislikes, but it's more so about just aesthetics than anything else, honestly. But yeah, its mag capacity is great. More rounds is always more better. So yeah, that's what sold me on this. It covered a lot of the things that I look for and checked all of those boxes. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, you can check out installment number 1. I don't have a title for it yet, so at the time of this recording, I don't have a title for that video. So you will see it when you see it, but the first video that I posted, I kind of discussed what I look for in a firearm. This checks a lot of boxes, if not all of them. May need to go back and look at that list again, or rewatch my own videos when I'm bored. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys are doing well. If you own one of this, let me know in the comment section what made you want to get a P10F. Like, what did it for you? What do you like? What don't you like? And why do you own it anyway? And also, if I missed out on something that could have gone to the likes or dislikes, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I like those moments where you read the comments and you're like, I never thought about that. Interesting. So yeah, please feel free to chime in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to respond. Until then, take care. See you in the next one.